Luisah Teish. I think that, let's say, it says a few seconds ago, Luisah Teish is live now. So I guess that means y'all can see me, right? Yeah, I guess
Yep.
so. Somebody said, Alafia, Alafia. Now, the notice that I put out earlier today said that I'd be on around 3 o'clock. It is now 3:25, and y'all know that I'm running on CP time, right? Most often folks think of that as colored people's time, but I'm saying that CP stands for conscious people who don't adhere to necessarily the Western concept of time, where you just have to be there at that time and you just have to leave. Okay, so I'm glad to see folks coming on. Ekabo, Alafia, etc. Of course, I had printed out a whole bunch of things that I was going to read from to tell y'all about what's up these days. And of course, I've lost those pieces of paper. So we just have to roll with the punches. I am, with the help of my daughter, overcoming my shortcoming with technology. Those of you who know me know that I treat my cell phone like a stepchild, right? And only deal with it when I'm on the road, but I'm on the road a lot these days, so I'm learning more and more how to do it. And this business of being on Facebook Live is new to me. So I figure I have to obey my mama's rule and say, when you got to be presentable. You can't go out in the world looking like a monkey's ass, okay? So I took some time to dress up, and my daughter did my face for me. She's a painter, and she treated my face like it was a canvas. Do you like it? Do you like it? I have to admit the Oshun in me is vain enough to have enjoyed this whole thing. In any event, the reason that I'm going to be coming on to Facebook Live is because I have heard from many, many people that it would be appreciated, that it would be a good way to let people know where I am, what I'm doing, what kind of services I'm offering, and to get a better sense of what you all are interested in. Now, as y'all know, I'm on the road quite a bit. And these days, not only are the airlines unsafe, but air traffic is very, very, I mean, air expenses, air travel is very, very expensive and very, very uncomfortable. So one of the things that I've been doing is letting people know where I am and encouraging you to meet me in different regions. Okay. And so in early March, I am going to be at the Row Camp Conference Center in Connecticut, and that is going to be posted on the Facebook page. There, I'm doing a workshop called Goddesses, Queens, and Spirit Women. And that weekend, my main intention there is for you who attend to understand what are the archetypal energies of the various goddesses that we have access to understand how those energies have manifested in various queens that we've seen, you know, various queens who have impacted our history, our herstory, and then to see yourself as a spirit woman who is receiving energy from those goddesses, and to enable yourself to look at these queens as affinity ancestors. Okay, affinity ancestors become very, very important because they are the ones whose life and work impacts your life and work. And it gives you, by studying their life, it gives you an opportunity to see how the energy of this particular goddess has manifested in the life of a human woman, and then you can model some of your own energies similar to that woman. So that's a very, very important workshop for those of you who are on the East Coast to take a look at. Okay. For everybody, I have online classes which you can access by going to my website, and you'll see there the elements of ritual, which is open to everybody who wants to learn about the elements of ritual. And the way that I teach the elements of ritual is that there are universal principles that are at work in everybody's rituals. And so I lay out the universal principles, but then I bring it home by showing how those principles are used in the cultures of the African diaspora. Now, what's good about this is that it honors it honors the African diaspora, and it also allows you to understand the universal principle and apply it to your own culture, no matter what culture you come from. And so that eliminates the problem of misappropriation, of unbalanced, cultural sharing is a different thing from appropriation, right? And as long as we are operating within the universal energies, you can't go wrong. So that class is very much open for new enrollment. It will be meeting on Sundays at 3 o'clock Eastern Time. And then on Saturday, there is what's called Casting Lots 2. This class is only open for the people who've taken Casting Lots 1 with me already. And it is doing the same thing with divination systems, but concentrating in this case on what's called Darle Coco, which is how to throw 4 pieces of coconut shell, and also how to read 4 cowries. Now, I want to be very, very clear with people who are in that class and who are interested in that class is that it is required, number one, that you build an ancestor shrine so that you are communicating with your ancestors. You're learning the oracle through answering questions about your own life. And it takes a while, a real while, for you to learn how to do that. But once you learn how to do that and you can communicate with your ancestors, it brings a lot of guidance and a lot of comfort. And in the case of my ancestors, a lot of humor sometimes, because sometimes, baby, they just be laughing at me. If you are someone who has already been in an Ile and started learning some of this, contact me at yeyeluisateish@gmail.com and let me know, where you are in your studies, and maybe you'll be able to come into Casting Lots 2. But Casting Lots 1 covers both tarot and I Ching, and a number of other oracular possibilities. Okay, but there are online classes that will be starting up in in March, in early March, and you can access those from my website. Okay, now for people who are not enrolling in either one of those classes, but would still like to have some access to, some level of interaction and connection, I want to invite you to look at my Patreon page. It's called Yeye's River Rocks, and there are different levels where you can contribute, and I will be doing visualizations and teaching chants, and at another level you will receive all of that plus one of 3 pamphlets that I've done, and then at the next level there's copies of my major books that will be available to you, and discounts on classes. So there's a lot that we can do online, okay, if you're at a distance. But also, please know that for ritual work and for spiritual development, real face time is important, where we are looking each other in the eye, where we can feel each other's vibrations, where we can talk directly. And so one of the things that I will put out here and see who's interested in what, okay? A couple of things that I've noticed as I've been traveling around the country, and this really bothers me. I find that there are a lot of young people, and I can call y'all young because I'm 71, okay? If you're older than me, then you can call me a young people. But if you're younger than me, then you're young people, okay? What I've noticed is that there are a lot of young people who are very, very interested in their spiritual development, and I'm grateful. I'm grateful for that. But I'm a bit disturbed because some of our young people are being misguided by bullshit artists, to be frank. Many of our young people who are very, very sincere are being financially exploited. Many of our young women are being lured into sexual traps, okay? And what has been difficult for me is as I travel around to different places, what I hear is, Yeye, we don't have community. I don't think it's possible to do spiritual growth or any kind of growth really in total isolation. And so community is paramount. So, I am interested in visiting different places and helping people to structure ways to create community. I also am sometimes upset because as I travel around and I talk to the elders that I know and respect, and what they say to me is, yeah, I'm tired, I'm burnt out, I've had too many people who weren't serious to come and suck up my energy and not do what they're supposed to do. Well, I'm looking at ways to facilitate connecting the elders with people in the communities who really want to do the work. So keep your ears open because sometime this year I want to launch what I'm calling the Elegant Elder Program, where I'll be connecting. I need to know if that's something, that you want in your community. Okay. I am also aware that, some of the sacred arts like divination, like water gazing, like how to build ancestor shrines, um, learning the songs for the Orishas. There are a number of things that people want to learn, some of which can be taught online. I do a lot with Zoom. Um, my way of dealing with it is to do what we can online, but make sure that we meet in person. Make sure that we have time, flesh time together. I am writing as much as I can, okay, um, and I have interviews. There's an interview with me coming up on the Shift Network on using our creativity to really, really make a historical difference, to tell the real truth of our own lives. And so I want to say to people that I also, uh, as a storyteller, I love doing storytelling. So if you have an event in your area and you would like for me to come and do a performance or teach you how to do storytelling, that is possible. The other possibility that I was looking at this morning is I teach a course in spiritual autobiography. I run up on a lot of young people who want to write, are afraid to write, okay, and I can help you with that and with other creative endeavors. So basically, I just want y'all to know some of y'all have accused me of hiding out or traveling incognito. Okay, and so I am now trying to be more accessible. And so I'm going to do my best to show up here. My life is very, very varied, but I'm going to do my best to show up here um, once a week, at least twice a month, depending upon where I am and what I'm doing. But definitely, go to my website, watch my Facebook page, send me email at Yeye Luisah Teish at Gmail. I should tell y'all that sometimes people try to send me something through Messenger. Y'all know that really don't work. I don't know what it is with me and the technology. I'm one of them people, digital watches run fast on my arm. I walk across the carpet and raise static electricity and that kind of stuff. So emailing me is best. Messenger don't always come through, but I want to hear from you. I want to know what services you need and to match that up with what I am able to provide. Okay, so um, y'all know that I'm trying to see if there are comments or questions over here, and and who left? Hi, yeah, how you doing? And Ibukemi, Nicole. Now let me tell y'all something. The other thing is, you may notice that my eyes look, they're pretty because she painted them well, but you can tell that I am not fully focused. I got to go back to the eye doctor before the end of the month because I can't tell whether the lens on my glasses are warped or if um, my vision is getting wavy. But I know that I have to increase things to 14 to 16 point type in order to be able to read it. So if you see me squinting, that's why. I cannot make out everybody's names over here. Besides, they got what I'm looking at is green bars with your names written in white, which is very strange. I don't know who makes these decisions about how that kind of stuff is happening. But if anybody has any questions, y'all should put them up here. Otherwise, let's see. I see Carol. I see Ifa Dunke. I see Giselle and Kali. Okay, well, I am really glad. I'm trying to think if I've mentioned everything. I mentioned the Patreon page. I mentioned the classes. I'm available for readings. Yes, if you want to water gazing, tarot, or Dilogun reading, please send an email. I think you can register for that from my webpage, or send an email to yeye@gmail.com. I have time before I leave for Connecticut. I can get you in the last week of February, the first week of March. And those of you, hi Eclipse, how you doing? How you doing? Eclipse, did you just get the email I sent you about the vision I had? Oh, okay. Did I say, those of you who have writing projects, I am available as an editorial consultant, okay? There's a number of services. I think that's on the website. If it's not there, I see somebody from Toronto. Okay, people in Toronto, let me tell y'all something. Y'all too cold in the winter, okay? I don't go nowhere where it's snowing. Usually I don't go east of the Rockies after November because I am very, very sensitive to cold. But I love Canada in spring and summer. I see, Yeye Feeney, how you doing, baby? You get my invitation? Yes. It's so good to see y'all when I'm not squinting. Is that Nicole? Badeke Kester? Yeah, baby. Okay. Well, this is good. I guess this Facebook thing is a good way to hook up with people. I guess so. But I'd really love to see you in person. All right. Well, if y'all ain't got no questions, then I think it's time for me to shut up. What you think? Beverly Reed Scott. Maya Trendoff. Maya, did you get my invitation? Some of you have received an invitation for that's marked an exclusive invitation. This is not going to be on Facebook, and I will be sending out invitations to particular things. Make sure that you are on my mailing list and letting me know what kind of things you are interested in so that I can be sure to hook you up with the right stuff, okay? There's going to be many more ritual theater pieces coming up and all kinds of events. The more that you all support the Patreon page, however, the more I'll have funds to be able to do things. So, you know, even if you feel like you can't afford a class, but you want to connect and contribute, the Patreon page is a good way to do that. But I really, really, for those of you who are embarking upon your spiritual journey, please join the class. Know that we have some travel opportunities coming up. We're looking at Jamaica and Puerto Rico, and possibly when the climate is better, possibly Benin and some other things. But I need to know what it is you want to know and what you want to do, so that then I can talk to the ancestors, and I can talk to Oshun and the Legba and get it and get the layout right. I know that I do owe some of y'all a return email or a phone call or something, but I need you to be patient with me because I've been traveling, and I've discovered that at this point in my life, it used to be that I could spend a month in Africa, come home, walk through the garden, and jump right into work. These days, if I go somewhere, when I come back, I need to sleep for 2 days. So that's why you haven't heard back from me. But I got a lot of things up my sleeve. And Shaquita, hi, how you doing, baby? Right on. Okay, Shaquita was doing my readers book club. Okay, it is very, very important that you all read quote unquote fiction material that is really truly about our culture. Last semester we read Children of Blood and Bone, and this time we are reading She Would Be King by Wayetu Moore. It is very, very important that we support these writers who are taking the risk to write our history in fiction form to make us feel it. I love y'all too. Ashe. Ashe. All right, Tanya. Okay, Tanya, I'm ready to get back to work on your book whenever you're ready. Yes. The other thing I want to say, for those of you who may be wondering, I'm sitting here looking at myself on this Facebook page, and right now I look so much like my Aunt Matt that it is really, really outrageous. So to those of you who think you're so unique, and I'm here to tell you, one day you're going to look up and look just like your mama, or just, or just like your auntie, or just like some other relatives. So we have to take our ancestor reverence stuff seriously, because them people going to show up. Them people going to show up. That brings up another thing I probably should talk about before I go. There is an unfortunate attitude that I've seen developing West, and people have been saying we are not our ancestors. Okay, I'm going to undo that with the opposite. We are the ancestors of the future. We need to be really, really clear that even if you think you're a nut that just fell off of the tree, that tree has a branch and a trunk and roots. And that nut that falls on the ground is going to turn into another tree with roots and trunk and branches. So keep your eyes open and your ears open. I'm going to be addressing as much as I possibly and sanely can. Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, Wumi, send me an email. I need to talk to you. And who else is here? Shannon, how you doing? Wow. All right, y'all. I think I've been running my mouth long enough. I will see you. Oh, wait a minute. Wait a minute. I knew that was something. Please be aware that tonight at 10:35, I believe it is, Eastern Standard Time, we have a super moon in Virgo, 0 degrees. Okay? We have been so blessed with eclipses and supermoons and so on that I really, really, really want to encourage you to do some ritual tonight to pull on the Virgo energy. Now, I have a Virgo moon, and Virgo often gets a bad rap from people, but don't be deceived, okay? You have the Pisces sun, which allows us to dream and vision and have great imagination. But it can also lead you into self-deception if it goes too far. The Virgo is the place where you sit down and you make your dreams real. You give concrete steps to the dream that you are having. You know, I dream of a beautiful home. Tonight, I need to sit down and do something that represents putting the posts in place, you know, building the walls, etc. With Virgo, you manifest the steps, the material details to make the thing real. Okay. So I wanna recommend that you either sit in front of your altar, light a candle, hold a vision, speak your intentions into a cup of mint tea, and then sip those intentions. I say mint because Virgo is mental, is mercurial. Or if you are working on, you need to write something, get some bay leaves and burn them, okay, to stimulate there. But the important thing is to let go of that feeling, that fear of failure. Let go of that fear of failure. Okay. Um, I've been contemplating something that Joseph Campbell said. He said, let go of the life you planned before so the one that's coming to you can come to you. Okay. Anything that has failed in the past, anything that didn't work, okay, just let it go. Just let it go. We got Jupiter in Sagittarius, which gives us optimism and a place to expand. And we've got the Virgo supermoon that will help you to make it real. Rose Francis, how you doing? Wow. Okay. I just saw Leilani. I was just with Leilani. She and I are talking about doing another book. That's one of the things that you'll get if you sign up for a certain level on the Patreon account is this book that Leilani, who is a Hawaiian kahuna, and I did called On Holy Ground, Commitment and Devotion to Sacred Land, for those of you who love the earth like we do. And you know, there's so much to be said that I probably better save some for next week. But I knew there was one other thing, and it is that tonight we have the super moon in Virgo. This is good for healing your body. This is good for cleaning your environment. This is a good time to throw out all them old papers, right? Get rid of that junk, give away them old shoes, that kind of thing. Put your stuff down in writing. Yes, put your stuff down in writing. And most importantly, sip a cup of tea. Gently, quietly. Enjoy your life. And let's see, today is what? Today is Tuesday. Okay, so
It's
I'm gonna
16
do my
hours.
best, y'all, to try to. Um, oh yeah, I see. Rosie Diaz gave me a doll in Seattle over 20 years ago. Oh yes. See, now that's the other thing. I got to get off of here, but y'all keep bringing stuff up. One of the problems that I have is that because of my mother's crossing 3 years ago, I had to come down south to deal with my mother's crossing and to interact with family. So I was in New Orleans for 2 years, and I'm with my daughter in Atlanta. But I am looking to um, move back to the Bay Area as soon as it's possible to do that. One of the difficulties that I've had is that my house in California is in storage, including most of my altars. So the doll that she's speaking of is in storage, but the dolls that I have are very, 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 very powerful. Okay, very, very powerful. And I just want y'all to know, hmm, this gives me the opportunity to say a couple of things. Some people have trouble receiving, okay? I'm not that person. You got a doll for me, a piece of jewelry, some fabric, a book, I can take it and I will cherish it, okay? So I want to put that out there that I love handmade things. I love, fabric. I love all of that. I want to see your book. So anytime y'all want to give me something, you know, just let me know. That doll, I remember that doll profoundly. And it was 20 years ago, and I still have it. Okay? I still have it. It's just that it's in storage with all my other precious altar things. So, ooh, you're in Puerto Rico. All right. Rosie, that's good to know because I want to visit Puerto Rico. I've been concerned about people not having clean water there. I'm concerned about people not having clean water everywhere. Hey, Harriet, I'm sorry I missed you when I was in the Bay Area, but life got real challenging for a while. But we'll reconnect soon. Yeah, I was gonna try not to go where I'm about to go though, but it disturbs me that people in Puerto Rico and Haiti and even Louisiana don't have clean water. And Agent Orange sitting up there in the White House is talking about diverting money to build a wall to keep some people out who are trying to find a way to survive. So we need to make sure that our people have that our people have good water to drink. That would be uh, the thing that I would ask of you is look into making sure that the people around you have water to drink. Yes, Deidre, my daughter has done my makeup and got me looking good. You know, in my youth, I was a model, both art model and fashion model. And so I'm trying to capture a little bit more of that again. I tell people since my mama died, I don't have to be a good girl no more. I've been behaving because I didn't want to embarrass her. Now that she's beyond embarrassment, I'm subject to do anything. I'm subject to act a natural fool. Okay. All right, you guys. I'm going to get off now and I will be talking to you later. Please watch my website because I'm going to be posting things on there and on my Facebook page. And I hope to see you soon. Everybody take a deep breath. Know that you are loved and cared for, and I will see you as soon as I'll probably need new glasses. I'll be able to focus next time. Okay, Oda. Now I click this thing. It's supposed to go off. Okay. I think I want to save it. It says, do you want to end this live video? Yes, end it.